The energy coming through, guys, is about, it's like realizing that you're not your story. So for someone, there's been something something that has happened in your life, or a period of time that happened in your life here, okay, that sort of changed your outlook, changed the person that you were, and you're being urged now to realize or understand that you are not your story, okay? 2626 could be relevant for someone. 8 and 8, or 8 and 8, okay? So maybe 88 or 2626. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Welcome to Angie Baby Intuitive. Thank you for joining for your collective read today. Absolute pleasure to have you guys here as per usual. Welcome back to our Veteran Collective, and if you're here for the first time, welcome to our Soul Fam. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Okay. I guess it's about like trying to recognize and moving past, but trying to recognize that you don't want your life to stay, to revolve around, you know, things that have happened in the past here, okay? That's something that you're becoming aware of. We've got the shadow self under that as well, and we've also got clarity. Wow. Love it. Love it. Time. We've got clarity, time, passion, intuition, joy, and the shadow self. Whew. So fitting. So very fitting. This is something that has hurt you deeply, okay? So it could, like I said, it could be a moment that happened in your life, or it could have been a period of time is what I'm getting. But it's something that really, like, hurt you to the core, okay? For some of you, it could have stunted your intuition, like it could have just, like you went numb, okay? It numbed you, it somewhat numbed you here. But there is a need here, it's time here, okay, for you to gain a little clarity around that situation, gain some trust back in yourself, and listen to that inner voice that talks to you, and find your way back to joy here, okay? And release these, look, I want to tread carefully. Release these negative, toxic things that happen to you, okay? Release the things that happen to you, all right? It's definitely a time in your life, definitely a time in your life that altered something within you. I'm hearing stunted growth, so not in a bad way, okay? It just stunted. So what's coming through right now is that you were always a really lively person. It could have been childhood, so lively childhood, lively person, right? You always were the, you know, you just carried yourself in a happy demeanor, and then a situation happened to you and it sort of changed you. What's coming to mind right now is like an abusive relationship, okay? It's sort of, there was something that changed you. So I'm not saying, it could be an abusive relationship, okay, that changed you in this way. But for everyone, it could be different. That is just what is coming through, so that I can put out there put out there something that people can understand, okay, and relate to, and understand that what propelled this change within you. Okay, so that what was coming. Like, it's like if you were in a relationship, an abusive relationship, a controlling abusive relationship, you walked into that relationship like, you know, just bright and carefree and beautiful, and then you came out, you know, on a darker side here, if you get what I mean. Okay, you came out in a darker place. So that's what's coming through. God, I didn't think I was going to get that out then. Thank you. Okay, practice gratitude. Just as I said that I heard gratitude for coming out of it, for coming out the other side. So for some of you, you could be out of this situation. I'm hoping for all of you, you're out of this situation, okay? We have take a reality check. So maybe if you're still in that situation, considering it came out right at that moment, you need to think about removing yourself from it, is what I was going to say. And then think it through. Came out. If you're still in that situation, guys, you need to be thinking very, you know, reality check for starters. That was coming out. Take a reality check and start thinking things through about whether you really want to be in this situation more or not, okay? And unleash your kindest self, I'm getting, needs to be for you, like you need to give yourself the kindest version of you, rather than thinking that you need to stay in a situation for whatever reason, okay? But for some of you, like it is, you know, you're coming out of that, okay? Practice gratitude for that is what that conversation was leading through. Reflect on your priorities, which is like yourself, is what I'm getting here, okay? Shine. You need to just bring back your joy, bring back your passion, bring back your joy, bring back your true self here, okay? Unleash your kindest self, because you would be bringing yourself back to who you originally started as. Sorry. So, yeah, it's definitely something that really affected the way that you carry yourself, the way that you see yourself. Okay, it's time to come back to yourself. Thank you. Detachment. This is someone that you may have thought was your twin flame, okay, because we had twin flame coming out there, but this doesn't necessarily have to be like an abusive relationship. This can be whatever situation. It could have been a childhood situation. It could have been numerous things that we won't go through, because there are so many different scenarios of what a situation could bring, you know, which situation, a situation that could bring you to that point, okay? Detachment, distance, separation, family, contentment, commitment, and receive. So you've got the happy on the end, okay? So as you started, as you finished is what's coming through right away, and then what happened in the middle here, okay? Also this separation here, so this is towards the end, coming back out of it. So I get for some of you it is, but you know, like I said, everyone's going to be everyone's story is going to be different. Yeah, you became detached from yourself. You became distant from yourself here. Like I said, when you went in, you were just open, very bubbly, very happy person. And then whatever situation happened, whatever moment happened in your life, put you through it here a little bit, okay? But you're learning to separate yourself from this, or you have separated from this and you're coming out the other side here, okay? Or it could be a childhood thing. It could be a childhood thing with this, with the children's shoes on the bottom here, on the picture, I mean. You know, trusting the wrong person, health issues, you know, that put you in that mode, an environment that you grew up in, you know. Look, I'm just trying to give you a picture here that it doesn't necessarily, because some of you might be thinking now, oh, I wasn't in an abusive relationship, but it could be I'm being asked to just reiterate on you know, to take your mind away from just that one thing so that you can get the messages from this message that's coming through. Okay, it could be as simple as you're the one that held everything together. Okay, you've had to be the strong one. All I know is that whatever it was, okay, it asked more of you than you expected to give, and it took, and it actually took your soul, okay, your whole being, your soul. All right, let's get some tarot. We'll have a little bit more of a look. Just what the collective needs to see, please. Oh, something flipped. I might grab that out. Show us what the collective needs to see, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got these. They didn't quite fly out, but we have, oh, look at that. That was the one that flipped. And then we've got could have been juggling too many things at once, see, with the Two of Pentacles here. And we've got the Empress coming out. And the Knight of Cups with the Ten of Cups. Oh, and the, okay, so you're definitely going to come out of it, that's for sure. This could be two different pathways here, okay? So, Two of Pentacles, overwhelm, you know, it was just a little bit overwhelming. There was definitely an imbalance in whatever situation it was that you were dealing with. And I'm hearing it took you a lot to come out of it, okay? Like I said, some of you may still be going through it because we've got a double banger. 8 could be relevant again, okay? Or 44 could be relevant. But you're going to, you know, this is either help of someone has helped you through this, someone who is emotionally stable here, okay, who has offered you a new beginning here, offered you a way out, like, or been there and guided you through a situation. And you've recognized this. You're very thankful for this, okay? Or this could be you just gaining control of your emotions here and realizing, you know, what your potential is here, and you're choosing to move away from this with your head held high, okay? Bringing back who you were, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, you know, bringing back the emotion. Like I said, you were numb inside, but you're choosing to bring back the emotion into yourself because you're realizing who you are, okay? You're definitely, if you're not out of it, you definitely started to, you've started, well, because what I'm getting is that you've actually come out the other side, but what's happened is, like, because if it's childhood related, or if it's like a relationship when you were young, or a situation or a period of time when you were younger, okay, it's going to be different. I can't depict, but this is what's coming through. But you're sort of tired now You're tired of, you definitely don't regret anything. Like well, you know, I can't say that, but what I am getting, it's a very difficult one to sort of put through here, but you appreciate that what you learnt through this, okay? It made you strong, it shaped who you are today, and that is the mindset that you sort of have, okay? It's like, you don't want, when people look at you, you don't want that to be what people see about you. Just, oh God, does that make sense? Like, that you don't want to be, oh, the strong one all the time, and you don't want to be seen as the strong one all the time, and you don't want to be seen as the person who went through that either. Do you know what I mean? It's freaking difficult, man. And you are coming to the point now where you don't want to be seen like that either, or look at yourself like that either. You want to see yourself as this, you know, this is who you are, and that's who you want to see yourself as, because this is who you were before this situation sort of unfolded, okay, or before that whatever happened. It's like there's that lingering, oh God, you know, look what, it's that you want to get rid of. You want to eradicate that. And there is sort of this sense within you, because of this, you know, oh God, look at what I've, you know, look at what's happened, and where when something good starts to sort of, when something good comes into your life, or when someone comes in to offer something to you, like something genuine, and it can just be as simple as a friendship here, there's a something inside of you that just wants to just put up these walls and retreat back into yourself. That's what's coming through right now. That's what I'm getting. It's just like, it's not, yeah, it's just, you're not trusting. You find it hard to trust people, okay? Your trust has been broken here in some capacity, and you're finding it, and you find it hard to trust people. And you don't want to relax into situations. You want to retreat, and, you know, that's it. You don't want to deal with it. You can't relax in a situation that could be good for you. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost become a habit for you now. It's a habitual thing rather than a necessary thing. You don't need to be putting up these barriers and defenses anymore, but, you know, it's something that you've come to do because you need to trust yourself. Visions of the future. Wow, that'd be interesting. Take time to breathe and heal the child within. Visions of the future. Your life and future are in your hands. You are a powerful manifestor with the ability to call in and create the life of your dreams. What you focus on with unwavering faith is what you will experience. Wow. So this is, honestly, this is all part of it, isn't it? Focus your energy on not only on what you want, but on feeling the way you want to feel. For the feelings are what will bring you the safety and connection you desire. That is just crazy. I'm the visionary of my future. And sorry guys, it's really early here and I've just woken up not long ago. Slow down and breathe. Take time to reflect before proceeding further. You're allowing your past experiences to influence your current behaviors. Holy shit. And there is another way forward. You are being reminded to stay high vibration in your actions and choices. Refrain from reacting, for this will only delay your progress and healing. Love is the way. There are parts of yourself you had to abandon in your early years in order to survive, but now it's essential to reclaim all those parts in order to thrive. Wow, this is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. The child within you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that it happened as a child either, okay? Because, you know, child, you can say from actual childhood up to, you know, 18, 19, 20, you know, you're still quite a child. 24, you're still really a child in the big scheme of things, you know. So let them come to the surface and express all that needs to be shared. Hold them with compassion and give them radical healing, understanding, and love. This is just absolutely mad. The child within you requires some tender love and care at this time, so let them come to the surface and express all that needs to be shared. That's how what it said, because I missed a part. I let healing and light reach all parts of myself. I am the visionary of my future. I breathe with ease, knowing that angels are with me. This is actually, man, I'm going to say it, you can't make it up, right? Can't believe that these just came out. Absolutely. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, right? Thank you, guys, for bringing your energy through. It was really hard to sort of get, thank you for bringing it through, you know that, because it was really hard to sort of get through what I wanted to explain and what I was feeling from the cards. So that's crazy. You've got shine here as well, you know. Reflect on your priorities, and your priorities is you. Reality check, think it through. So the fact that these came out, it is just explaining everything that I was trying to get out then, which is mad. Insane confirmation. Thank you, God. And what I'm getting is like what's changing within you isn't your wisdom, like you're carrying what you've learned, okay? But you're starting to sort of separate who you are from what you went through, okay? That's the difference. And for some of you, you're coming to a point where you can sort of think about what happened, without, you know, reliving it type of thing in your head. Like you can actually talk about it now without it having it emotionally affect you, without being defensive about it even. Now it's like you need to get to a point here where you can allow something, you know, look at these cards, where you can allow something good into your life without preparing for it to like collapse and go off kilter and, you know, hurt you again. You don't need to protect yourself is what I'm getting. It's just that these are the habitual things that we get caught in. Okay, what are we pulling? Yeah, let's get a fairy. Show us what the collective needs to see, please. Oh, thank you. Moderation. Just as I saw that, I thought, don't push yourself. Like, it's okay to take your time, you know, all in due time. You need to do this in your time. Protection. Okay, so you are protected. Hidden depths. Some of you, like, you know, you get to the, you need to get to the depth of whatever it was that happened, okay? But you need to do this in your own time as well. So the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. I believe that your spirit guides are protecting you right now, okay? God is always with you, and your spirit guides are protecting you while you're going through this process. This is a necessary process for you in order to move forward. And you know, look at this. I just saw that. And the King of Cups under there is under that, and coming out for the second time here. So you need to do this work, the inner depth. You need to delve a little bit. You need to delve deep enough to be able to, you know, oh my God, it's just a gross bloody picture of what it is. But you know, when they clean out like an ulcer or something, and they have to, or a sore, like a wound, and they have to, or an infection that someone has, right? And they've got to get into the sore and clear out all the muck. okay, and you've got to go deep enough to be able to make sure that you get it all, okay. That is what is sort of coming to mind. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but that's what's coming to mind. And so you need to do that in order to move on to calmer waters and, you know, piece yourself back together to become emotionally stable and emotionally whole again, okay. So hidden depths, something hidden is about to come to light. Oh my God, I didn't even read it. Perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. You can't even make this up, guys. That is just madness. That is so cool. Thank you again, God. Thank you again, Spirit. Moderation. If there is something you know you shouldn't be eating, try to eat mindfully and healthily. Although the fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So this is depicting to me, okay, you're going to get to this point where you're, you know, feeling at ease and enjoying life again. And it's okay to do this work a little bit at a time, okay. It's okay to do that. That's not failing. That's called strategy, and that's called strength, actually, okay. And you should be proud of yourself for even wanting to take these steps forward, okay, because a lot of people get caught in their lives and they just want to stay where they are. They don't want to face anything, okay. Understandably, no downing to anyone. Everyone is different, okay. I think everyone gets there at some point in their lives, okay, where you start to make this progress. But if you're going through this right now, like, I'm proud of you, okay. And like I said, just moderation here, okay. Move at your own pace, okay, because, you know, in this new space here, new can grow, you know, new can grow. And I think that's what you keep your eye on the prize, okay? If you look at this, you know, wading in the water, right? Someone built their whole identity around resilience, like that is where you found yourself, and like now you're ready just to expand beyond that, okay. And you're ready to do this amongst love, okay. Look, you are protected. You're in a circle of protection here from your spirit guides, from God, the universe, fairies here, okay. Everyone is here willing to help you. You may even have a really good support system around you. And what I'm seeing is, like, when you present yourself to the world now, because like I said, some of you have done this work, okay. I'm not saying that you're at this point yet, but you will be, okay. But you're no longer sort of introducing yourself to people and to life as this version, okay. And that is important. And that could have even happened before you've started to move forward and make this progress forward and heal those parts and face those parts, okay. So kudos to you again. Kudos to you again, because it's not about erasing the past. It's giving you strength, okay. It's giving you knowledge and wisdom that cannot be replaced, okay. It's just that you've got to stop letting it come in and crush every new beginning or every move that you want to make. You know, it does not define you. You've already endured the worst. God, the rest is like, you know, if I'm seeing downhill on a bike, legs out to the side, like, you know, free. Woo-hoo. You don't even have to pedal anymore. You don't even have to try. Like, this is the easy part. Show us what the collective needs to see, please. Okay, thank you. Okay. If in doubt, ask for inspiration from above. What I say, like, you're just fully protected here, guys. When you live in the moment, you will discover delight in the simple things. That is just beautiful. Make your connection, receive your angel wish, and be inspired to believe. Also coming out here. I'm going to grab one of these, but I'm just going to split it. Where is it? Here we go. Let's just split it. Oh, express your truth. How fitting is that, man? What's this? Divine timing. It's time, because we also had the time card coming out here, I think. Under here. We did. I know we did. And enjoy life on the bottom here with a little pelican. Okay, so it's time for you to regain your joy back. Joy came out. It's time for you to regain yourself back here. Let's get a little affirmation. I think we're going to finish it on that, unless we just grab one of these. I know, but I place the future in the hands of God. Yeah, I love that. Love created me like itself. That was originally you, you know, before this happened and you sort of closed yourself off. It can be, but myself I crucify. You have no idea of the tremendous release and deep peace that comes from meeting yourself and your brothers totally without judgment. Absolutely amazing. I guess that could be about releasing and forgiving, you know what I mean, as well. Like, free yourself from being trapped in, because I just got that, like, if someone has inflicted this upon you, like, you release yourself, because that person is still winning if you were being, if you were trapped in what they've done to you, you know. And that is like, okay, things are on different levels here. I'm not talking about deep psychological. If that's the case, like, man, seek professional help in order to do this. I think I've said that in a different reading as well. But, you know, I think you know what I mean. I don't even have to go into it. I'm not, you know, there's no trigger warnings here. And like, well, there is trigger warnings, but like, I'm not talking about deep, deep hurt things, okay, where someone has done something just totally beyond comprehension, okay. I'm talking about abusive relationships or things in your control. It can be as simple as you yourself inflicting drug abuse upon yourself, you know what I mean? Like, it's those sorts of things. I'm not talking about the deep things. If it's the deeper things, you know, I would suggest that you get professional help, okay, because it is out there. Yeah, I'm not going to go into anything else right now, but there you go. I place the future in the hands of God. A healed mind does not plan. It carries out the plans that it receives through listening to wisdom that is not its own. And like I said, you are full of wisdom. Like, this has given you a lot of wisdom here. And that is what's going to push you forward. This is, you know, what God has placed within you. God is with you, you know. I place the future in the hands of God. So just trust the process that's happening. If you're receiving downloads, messages, synchronicities, a white feather might be significant, because your 26 could be significant as well. 26, 26, I already said that. Yesterday I was on a walk, and I looked, there was a feather, it floated and it landed on the floor. And then I was just admiring it for a minute and thinking, like, in the moment, like, what's coming through. And then the wind just picked it up again and it flew it right off, and I watched it until it disappeared in the distance, which was like up in the sky. And it was just like, wow, you know, it was amazing that it could land there, and then it gets taken like right up in and floats off into midair again. It was just the weirdest thing until it sort of disappeared. I mean, it's not weird, it was a tiny feather, but it was just like, wow, you know. Thank you for that. My heart resonates with, so white feathers could be significant for someone. My heart resonates with the wonderful beat of the universe. This is beautiful, because this is where your heart should beat, not in what happened to you, you know. That does not define you, as we have just been going through. Your past is not your story, okay? I see clearly and accurately through divine assistance. There you go, guys. You can't even make it up, okay? Absolute beautiful message from God and your spirit guides. You're moving differently in the world, yeah, or learn to move differently in the world. Your story is not you, and it doesn't define who you are, okay? Or what, you know, what your future's going to be. Seven of Cups. Use all that wisdom. Use all that wisdom that you've learnt to overcome. You know, you're at the end of this, actually, Ten of Wands, okay? So use all the wisdom that you've learnt. You're now at the end of this. And Temperance, look at this. Take it and turn it. Amazing. Thank you for that last little message. Take all that you've learnt and turn it into the future that you foresee for yourself. Don't let it define you anymore. This is your reading, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Absolute pleasure, like I said. Thank you for bringing energy through. Thank you, God. Thank you, spiritual team. If you resonate with this reading, please put a like on it and share it so that other people in our soul fam can be able to receive this message. If you vibe with my energy or you want to become a part of our soul fam, our soul collective, please... what do you call it? Oh my God. It's too early in the morning. Subscribe to the channel. And if you want to stay up to date with the messages that come through, hit that notification bell. Keep shining, guys. I hope this brought some sort of answer for somebody out there. I'm sending you love and healing and light. And keep shining, guys. I'll see you in the next one.